and this is a completely automatic basalt generator using TNT. Hello guys, this is Spyderrock and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some automatic basalt generators for your Minecraft world. So the point of this video is less to be a direct, exact, like, okay, this is how you can do it, this is going to be a very efficient basalt farm. And it's going to be more of how you can sort of make your own and design your own with these sort of principal things. Now the ones I have here do work pretty well, and they are what I would personally use, but if you can figure out something better, then maybe you should use that too. So we've sort of got three ones. We've got one that they all generate it automatically, but we've got one that only generates automatically, however it will not pick it up automatically. We've got one that you can AFK, so it's technically automatic, and then we've got this one over here that is entirely automatic and not too expensive at that. So I'm going to start with this one over here. The reason I like this one here is because it's really easy to, put into a wall and to have built into your wall. If you have it inside of a house, if you have your house in like a mountain or something, you could have this, there. If it's an underground house, you could just be running around, and it makes it very sleek and very clean, and it just generally looks really nice. Now these aren't the best blocks for it, but this one is great. It has a pretty slow yield or whatever to it, but it's really easy to AFK. You just stay on the 5th block away, you break a block, and then it extends, and you break a block, and it extends, and you break a block, and so on and so forth. It's not the fast thing, but if you want to AFK, and you want to have it be automatic while you AFK without anything other than, losing some durability on your pickaxe or whatever, then I would definitely recommend this one, because it looks nice. It's going to look a lot nicer than the other ones we're doing here, which you probably could make those look nice, but this one's simple, it's clean, it's easy. And I tried to do a thing over here. Ignore this whole thing, it doesn't really work. And same with this thing here. But if you want to, you could set up an XP farm right next to this, so your pickaxe will be constantly mended while you're mining it. It's not going to be the fast thing, but what I would recommend to do for this is here. Actually, I have some over here. Is grab a hopper and a chest, and then go ahead and throw. You could throw. I guess what you'd want to do is probably put like a chest there or something, as well as a hopper there. And then I'm gonna grab a pickaxe, hop into survival, and just to demonstrate this, it's going to work well. So that's not what I want to do. /game mode S. So all you need to do is you just break, and this is already not really working. I've never had this happen before where they get stuck outside of it, but you can see that it is picking it up. All you have to do is stand here. Even better if you have efficiency on your pickaxe. It's kind of slow, but it does work. It's automatic if you count AFK as automatic, and it looks nice, genuinely. So this is good, for AFKing. It's gonna be like an AFK fish farm, but instead of getting fish or whatever, you get basalt. And if you want to make this, I'll get into how you can make these in just a minute after I show you this next one. But for those of you that don't know, a basalt generator is if you have blue ice on one side, lava on the other, and then in the middle between those, you're going to want to have some soil. So it's, blue ice here, lava there, and then the blue ice and lava combined to put it in the middle. I'm not very good at drawing these things out. I'm not a tutorial channel, okay? I mean, I kind of am, but never mind that. Anyway, this next one over here is the one that I personally use. I think this is going to be your best bet. It's not going to be completely automatic, and you can't really AFK it, but it is still very nice, just for the sake of, having it something that looks nice and is still functional. So this is going to do 4 stacks at once, or not 4 stacks, but like four basalts at once, and they will completely regenerate on their own. I call this one like the basalt mine, I guess. And you can also use this for whatever you want. I just really like basalt generators, but you could use this as like an elevator or something. But this one is great because if you have it here, you can just mine the stuff, and then while you're mining, it will regenerate as you go, and you'll rarely ever have any issues. So this one would just be like, it would take a while for you to hit the bottom, but this one would be like trying to just mine basalt in a biome. And it's not going to be entirely automatic, but it does automatically regenerate, so that's why I'm technically throwing it in here. So yeah, I like this one because I just sort of have it like in my survival world put into the ground, and then I just surround it with a little bit of wood to make it look nice. And this whole part can easily be put underground. This looks all sprawled out, but it's really easy to make it compact. I just have it sprawled out for the sake of showing you guys. Anyway, how these two are going to work is that there's either a lever or a redstone torch, as you can see here, constantly powering some redstone. And then to get it to turn on and off quickly, you have a circuit over here with the redstone going through, and that will power this piston, one of these pistons. Well, it powers a torch, and the torch powers the piston, I guess, technically. And that block sort of gets covered up most of the time, or it covers up the redstone most of the time, until you actually need to push it. And then I just threw a repeater here for my own sake, because I like repeaters. I don't think it was reaching over here without it. It was giving me some issues. So anyway, that's just going to power these 4 pistons down here. And if I go ahead and break a little bit of this down here, I'm just going to break one of these down a little bit. You can see that those pistons get pushed up every little bit, and that being pushed up is enough to push up that basalt. And then what you're going to want to do here as well is have your lava on 2 sides and then your ice on 2 sides. It has to be blue ice, I'm pretty sure. I think that's going to be your best bet. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm fairly sure. And then this here, now I have this circuit over here on this one that is working, but for some reason I wasn't able to get these to work properly in the way that I wanted them to work, unless I did this exactly here. So you're going to need 12 whatever these are called, repeaters. I don't know why I forgot what they were called. I almost said comparators. You're going to need 12 comparators, and you want them all to be on just the one thing, just to get that kind of small pulse. You can see it doesn't last for that long. You're going to want them to all be on one thing, one tick, I guess, except for these on the ends, which you're going to want to set to 4, which is like pushed all the way back. So you can see that's why it lasts a little bit longer at the ends. I just did this. I wasn't getting it to work if I had it like any different. I don't know why it wasn't working. Like I said, I'm no redstone genius. This is just more of a video about something that I thought was cool. But this is how I have it going. And then I use the same thing over here, just a little bit different. Rather than having the redstone run directly into the block, I have a repeater here this time, just because I kind of like it like that. And then the same thing goes for this one. It's all pretty much the same. This one's going to be a little bit smaller. If you do want to make one that's just, you know, regenerating like this, the only problem is that this will sometimes go into the lava. Ignore the piston. That will sometimes go, I guess, here, let's use this one over here. For example, this will sometimes go into the lava, and sometimes you can end up accidentally breaking this block back here, and then that becomes the whole thing. So, you know, this is fine if you need a little bit of basalt, but if you want to AFK it, you'll probably want to use something like this. And then over here we have the last one that we're going to talk about, fully automatic basalt generator. Now this is not very good. It doesn't yield very much. I'm just saying, I'm not very good with like fully automatic things, but I had to make one, and this was my best shot. And if you guys can come up with your own using these, you know, ideas, then feel free to. So what you do here, you put TNT on top of this dispenser. It requires a lot of TNT. I break that, and it shoots out a TNT. TNT blows up the basalt. The basalt will fall into here. It will go down here, and it will be collected in this chest right here. So that time we only got like 3, and then there was one that fell over here. Like I said, it's pretty not great, but it will be completely automatic. Let me go ahead and just get rid of all these that I have in my inventory. It is technically completely automatic, and there's probably a better way to do this, but the second it hits that, I timed it out right up here to drop the TNT, and boom. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the TNT so I can show you how you can make this on your own. If you haven't figured it out already, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make like a basalt sheet generator. Whew, sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. You'll have to give me a second to talk. A basalt sheet generator, it's a pretty normal thing. So essentially how it's going to work is you have, this isn't working because I need to do that, but you are essentially going to want to have lava all the way in a row. I think 6 is the ideal for this, but you can make it longer if you really need to, I think. And then blue ice along the other side so that you'll get that to generate down there. And then you're going to want to time it out just right so that these top pistons go and then the bottom piston goes. Of course, this is not exactly going to work. So you can see it's working now, but it pulls it up and then pushes it. And then that's sort of the goal of it. And then once it stops, it locks, and then it puts one in there until you break some of these, and then it will sort of instantly be pushed. So, oh gosh, I picked up a lot more than I thought I did. How much did I pick up? Jeez. Okay, so for this one, for some reason, I was able to get my original plan to work, just having 4 things at 4 ticks. And yeah, I guess that works. So this is a little bit different. You don't need to have like the whole cutoff thing like I had over there. This works a lot better. So it's essentially just you're gonna have 6 pieces of redstone along here, then 6 repeaters here, a repeater adjacent to those 6 repeaters, some redstone along here, depending on, you know, how big you make it and what your area is that you can route your redstone. Like I said, none of this has to be exact. And then torches along here, pistons along here, pistons along the top, put this across, and you should see that you get that to light up most of the time, and then when that turns off, this one gets pushed too. And then over here, I have the obsidian set up in just the right way for this to be in an open area without destroying anything. Ignore the random holes here. That was from something else. I accidentally messed up and blew the whole thing up, but ignore that. So you're going to, no matter what you're going to want to do, no matter what you do, sorry, you're going to want to have this 6 obsidian right here so that none of this gets blown up, because that's the only place where that will get blown up. As well as you're going to want to have like about two high of obsidian. You can make it higher, and I don't know about lower. It just depends on the space that you have, like I said. And you're going to want to cover this whole area down here. I'm pretty sure this is 5 by 6, so these 5 here, and then of course 6 long because this is 6 wide. You're going to want to cover that with obsidian, have water going all the way across. I don't know why there's a random hole there, but I should probably patch that. There we go. And then you're going to want to have signs going all the way across here. I think that's about, what, 10 signs? Yeah. And then water flowing all the way down here into a hopper, into a chest. And on top of that chest here, I just have a little staircase so that the stuff can actually go into the chest, and you can look in the chest. And so this whole thing here it was kind of a nightmare to make, but I've gotten the timing down so that if you want to do this, you can route this in whatever way you want, as long as everything's placed in the same place. It should work just right. So you're going to want to have right here on one of these, but I think right here, the third one over, you're going to want to have an observer followed by a redstone, then a redstone repeater into a block with a redstone torch on it, into a block with a redstone torch on it, into a block, redstone torch on it, block, redstone torch. This one at the top should be off. Then you're going to want to have redstone go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then that 7th block is going to be your dispenser where you put the TNT. And this should be, I don't have the exact height, but it should look like this. That should be off, and then here. If you want to, you can take a screenshot, pause the video here. You can see the exact way that I was able to get to work. It's kind of finicky. And then you can put redstone on top of that dropper too. Dispenser, actually, sorry. And then for the other one, so you're going to want to, you're going to need a lot of repeaters for this. But you're going to want to essentially have repeaters going all the way along. 4 here. On 4 ticks, then 1 on 1 tick, and then another one on 4 tick. Trust me, this took me a while to get right. Then a piece of redstone, 1 tick repeater, piece of redstone, 1 tick repeater, 4 more 4 tick repeaters, and have this redstone go all the way up here so that it is level with this torch, the top torch on the other, sort of half of this contraption. Then that redstone is going to be a piece of redstone here. So the torch, then block, redstone, up, over, redstone, just like that. Then repeater, redstone, repeater. These are going to be on 4 ticks, as well as this one up here. And you're going to sort of want to go back and forth between repeaters and redstone here for a little bit, and then go. So I guess redstone, repeater, redstone, repeater, redstone, redstone, repeater, redstone. That will go into this piston here, which will cancel off the second pulse. After the explosion, this is going to be opened up again. And when that's opened up again, it will send another signal up. So that's why you need this here to cancel that second one out. So if the timing is just right, it should look something like this. So that gets fired off, then this blows up, boom, that gets pushed out, it cancels off that pulse, and then it regenerates. So you could probably make a better one than I did here, but I have the timing out for you. So if you want to have that good timing, this is the exact timing that you will need. And this is a completely automatic BASALT generator using TNT. If you want to make this bigger, I recommend you could try that out, but it does work. It's not the best thing in the world, but it entirely does work. You don't have to be AFK for it, and it will regenerate all the way up here, as you see, and none of this stuff here will be destroyed because you have that obsidian here. You need that 6 obsidian. If you really want to, you could surround this whole thing in obsidian. I'm sure that would be great. But nothing should be blown up that's not supposed to be in this scenario. So I would say if you want a BASALT generator, go with this one here, or just a sheet generator with no automaticness to it. But if you really do have heaps and heaps of TNT, then yeah, go ahead and use it for this if you would like. If you need lots of basalt, this will definitely work. You'll get, you know, a stack every, you know, roughly 3 minutes. So I guess that's pretty good. But anyway, thanks for watching me to here. Let me know in the comments if you're able to make a better version of this. I just laid out sort of the basics for you. If you guys want to make actually like good one of these, then let me know. Otherwise, I'd recommend one of these two here. Thanks for watching me here. See you guys later, and bye.